and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Kevin is here. All happy that Stefan Diggs is no longer a patron. No, I don't know if you're happy or not.
Care less.
Worry about that A.J. Brown possibility. Mark is here.
Yep.
Just back from Jamaica, where he attended a 40th birthday party, which is great, except that Mark is 55.
Yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I can't have friends that are 40?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you're there for the party, but you're like the supervising adult. I'm picturing if anybody in your crew got out of control, management of the resort is coming to you to go, can you get your friends under control?
Have you seen Mark?
No.
They are coming nowhere near Mark.
There was older people than me there. That was just the group, the parents and stuff like that.
Did you have your white New Balance grilling
Yeah.
shoes on?
Yeah.
Did you?
So
Did you pack a brick of sunscreen?
no,
No. A big bottle of Advil?
no,
Nothing like that.
nope.
All right.
I didn't drink. I didn't drink really that much.
Really?
Yeah,
It's because Matt wasn't there to force him down his throat, probably.
that is true.
But it's like, normally I would think like warm weather, nice environment.
I mean, I drank, but just not excessively.
Was it an all-inclusive type time?
Yeah, yeah. It was nice. The resort was really nice. Hanging out. I was very short though. I left Thursday morning, and I came back Sunday at midnight.
Wow, that's a quick trip.
That is very quick.
Yeah. What kind of, had to be fun.
Yeah,
You
you
feel
know,
like a rich guy.
I'm like, all
Fly
right.
in, fly out. You know what I mean?
But I don't know if I could have done
West
it.
Side Greg Connors.
9 days is a long time too, though.
Yeah, 9 days
You
is a
know.
long time. Is that, were they down there for 9?
Yeah. So by the time I got down there, they were all sick of each other.
Oh.
Yeah, 9 days at an all-inclusive. If you're not doing any excursion or anything, what are you doing? Just sitting by the pool and drinking all day? I mean,
Yeah.
that's fun for a few days, but after a certain point, it's like, dude,
Oh,
how much more can I drink?
I was at the pool at 8 a.m. I was there till 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't get burned or
No,
anything?
I did. I
Where?
did get burned. It all peeled. It all peeled off. See, it's all peeled. So
Yeah,
You can see
okay.
it.
Once you hit 32 degrees again, it just fell
Yeah,
off.
it's pretty much what it seemed like.
So, okay. So then what version of yourself shows up in Jamaica? Like, not, it almost sounds like you're a Zen philosopher sitting by the pool, just relaxing the entire time.
I was reserved.
Is it not rum punch Mark? Not like,
No.
you know, tropical drink Mark, the guy that's going to go crazy and have a good time?
I was totally reserved.
Reading by the pool or just checking out the scenery?
Checking out the scenery, hanging out. We had a group. There's a group of 20 there. There was a group of 20 that
Yeah.
was there.
So what was the earliest a drink got consumed?
I opened up a beer at 7 a.m.
Holy shit.
because I wanted to have a cigar because I got a bunch of Cubans. So I went out on, I had like a little deck. So I went and opened a beer and smoked a Cuban.
Wow. So
Was it too early for bourbon? I mean, what's up?
I see. The problem is that at resorts, they water down their drinks.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but they're free, so you order 3.
Yeah.
Are they? I don't know. Was this all inclusive?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Because I'm thinking like, so there wasn't, it doesn't sound like it was wild in any way.
It really wasn't.
I'm disappointed.
I don't really have any stories.
You said to me you had story. You texted me, I'm going to have stories.
I was trying to be, I was trying to get you excited. that I had
Yeah, well, you
stories.
did. Because
Now
sometimes,
we got no show. Thanks, Mark.
no, but when I drink like heavy at my age, and I know that you,
You do it. You're a drunk though.
not, what do you mean I'm a drunk?
Alcoholics go to meetings.
Did you get drunk this weekend?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. And I've been really taming myself. And it's the weird thing for me is I don't really drink at home.
I don't either.
I'll have a glass of wine, I'll have a beer, and that's it. And I only do that rarely.
Yeah.
And then
I drink at home because I'm cheap.
I don't blame you because and I
And I don't have to worry about driving.
yes,
Right.
that's a
You
huge
just have
thing.
to worry about getting across the street at some point.
Because honest to God, if you just went out by yourself and decided to just go on a tear and have a great time, it may cost you $250, including an Uber.
It was an easy $50 Thursday night at Mulconry's.
Yeah.
Just trivia for 2 hours, just
Right.
hanging out. We had, I think, 4 beers. It was $50.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not something you could sustain throughout 3-4 times a week.
No.
I mean, I can't. I don't know other people. Maybe
No,
able to,
I
but
can't sustain because I feel like sometimes after I drink like that, like I really drink, I feel like I played in a rugby match the day before, man. I can't.
I hate hangovers. I think that's why I don't excessively drink anymore. I hate hangovers. I hate my stomach being upset the whole day. You know,
Well, there's also the anxiety. You get that like feeling of I should be doing something else. Everything just feels, I don't know, like heavy and you're worrisome. And how am I going to get this done? Or how am I going to? I don't know. That's how I get.
I don't get hangovers, so I don't. Doesn't bother me at all.
How the fuck is that possible?
I have no idea.
What genetic mutation do you have? Seriously,
I'm Scottish.
Yeah, but that may be. I mean, that really may be because I think Tony says he doesn't. I don't know if he gets hangovers either. I'm not really sure.
I don't get hangovers.
Fuck. Wow.
Oh man, mine are bad.
When you get them?
Yeah, they're terrible. It's like being sick for a day.
Yeah, yeah. I'm usually just tired. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, my head hurts. My stomach is it sucks. And then that's why I don't drink. That's why I don't drink during when I have to go to work.
Yeah,
before work.
Right.
Was it like that before the surgery too? With the lap?
I don't know. I can't remember. No, I could drink back then, and I was fine. But it's the more I got older, I think.
What about did they have swim up?
Yes.
Bars?
Yes.
Was there anybody who just never left the swim up bar? That's the person that I always get worried.
You get a little cold if you're sitting there, if the water's not heated correctly.
Yeah.
And there's like a breeze, sitting like half in the water, half out of it, drinking, you get a little cold. At least that was my experience.
Yeah, I haven't been to a swim up bar in a while. And the reason I don't go is I always assume somebody next to me is pissing.
But if you piss in the water, it turns dark blue. Did you know that?
No, it doesn't. That is such fucking bullshit. That is such bullshit. You should have tried it.
I should have.
Because there's always the couple, the person, like they show up right as the place opens and they're still there 4 or 5 hours later. And I'm going,
Oh, it's like the cabana that we had at my buddy's bachelor party in Vegas. It was on this lazy river.
Yeah.
And they're all, we're going to hit the lazy river. I ain't going in that thing. There's nothing but piss and cum in that thing right now. There's people I'm sure that have went in there and rubbed a little something out.
Oh, man.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
I don't believe that happens on there. On a lazy river, you're going to see it.
Not if you're under the water. You don't have to float in a tube. You can walk the lazy river.
It's too much work in the underwater.
I'm not saying it happens, but I'm saying it
You're
could.
saying okay.
So one of the girls from our group, said my husband has a shirt that I just bought for him, and it doesn't fit you on it. I'm like, yeah. So she made sure to get me this shirt, right?
How big was this guy?
Huge.
I'm sure he's probably very tall too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big guy.
What did he get? What did she get?
I'm an extra large. What are you?
Your mother?
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm an extra large. Yeah.
I'm extra large below the waist.
Go on.
So I get there, and I get there like at 5:30. So they're having this. They're having a huge dinner right on the beach.
You left at 5 in the morning and got there at 5, or 7 in the morning. Got there at 5.
Because it's 45 minutes from I got to the airport. I got in at 2:00. It just took so long because they were waiting for other flights. So we're sitting in this bus waiting. It sucked.
They giving you drinks at least?
Yeah.
I talked to her. Okay, go on.
So they had for Jillian's birthday, they had a dinner on the beach.
Nice.
So
man.
So this girl,
fucking amazing.
So this girl Christine's like,
tell me somebody face planted in the fucking sand. No.
This girl Christine's like, wear your shirt. And I thought the dinner was Saturday.
Okay.
Or I thought the dinner was Friday. And so this is Thursday. I thought it was Friday. And the shirt was a little wrinkled, so I put it up and I decided to wear another shirt. I get there. Every guy in our group has that shirt on, but me.
Oh, you fucking ruined it.
She obviously doesn't know me because she obviously doesn't know me.
You ruined it.
Right. She obviously doesn't know me because she didn't lay it out for me. You know what I mean?
Well, but you would have had it had you thought the dinner was the right night.
Exactly. I thought she was just giving me a hard time.
Why didn't you just go back to the room and change?
I wanted to, but everybody told me not to. So it kind of like ruined the whole night.
Really?
Yeah, because I kind of felt like a fucking dick.
Yeah. Oh, you're the old guy with no memory anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Did anybody take a fucking face plant in the shower?
Nope. This was
nothing.
When one of the big guy who I've never seen drunk before. I guess the second day they were there, he threw up in the pool.
Oh God! See that?
There's some of that in the lazy river too. I'm sure.
Okay. That I'll give you. Like that's the problem with. Was this an adult-only resort?
No,
it wasn't.
Sucked too.
Were there kids around?
Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah, but don't they have adult-only pools?
Yes.
Okay, so you're at an adult-only pool. What happens when somebody throws up?
They close the pool down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, do they have to drain it and do all this?
I don't know.
What's the Jamaican biohazard standards?
They get the net, they scoop it out, and then have at it.
If it's my pool, Kevin, if it were at my house and somebody throws up in the pool, I'm scooping it out,
double a little chlorine,
you got it, and on we go. I'm not fucking draining this thing, scrubbing it like it's Caddyshack with a candy bar. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Wow, he threw up in the. I would love to know what had happened after that and who yells at him. Like, because you kind of fucking ruin it for everybody.
Probably his wife.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't there, so.
Yeah, but you didn't hear the story.
That was the story. I didn't hear, because he never gets drunk, and he was telling me about it.
Now, with Jamaica, I think you probably smelled the economy everywhere, no? Meaning weed.
Oh, I even, yeah. No matter where you walked, there was a joint or something.
For you to partake or just.
Well, I got off the fucking plane. I wasn't even freaking by the bus.
Pilot hands on. Hey, hit this shit real quick.
Hey, man, welcome to Jamaica.
I'm like, Jesus.
So right there, right away?
Oh, yeah, right away.
Wow. Because I go, that's kind of the economy, I would think, down there. Well, smell it. It's starting to become the economy in New York State. We'll get to a story later.
The guy that took my bags to the room offered me weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he had it. Like this is his side hustle.
Right.
Hey man, what do you want? He's opening his coat, going, "I have joints."
I don't smoke, so
tincture. I don't really either.
So is it legal in Jamaica? I'm assuming it's legal in Jamaica.
Oh yeah,
I would assume it was too.
I wonder if would that be part of like the all inclusive? Like you go to the bar, you order a bourbon, and a Mad Dog Red.
It's a great question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But Jamaica's money. The people that have the money in there, it's all weed.
Yeah,
that's what we went on an excursion. That's what the guy was telling us. He was showing us all this nice area, and he says it's all weed. That's all people that
own like weed and
sell
like a weed farm or something like that, a weed production facility.
But man, Jamaica's a poor country.
Well, did you go through? Because don't forget, half that island didn't they get just devastated a few years ago by a hurricane? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, it did. A lot of stuff was still bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know Jamaican. I'm certainly not trying to be disparaging in any way, but I'm not sure that they have. I don't know what their building codes are. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like LA tries to do a lot of earthquake rehab, and there's different parts of the world that are doing things like that. I'm not sure that Jamaica is. It's like your hut, it's like the three little pigs. It's like
it's just funny. You go to a poor country and you have all these all these places that make so much money, all the exclusive.
Well, right, because it's the warm weather, it's the nice atmosphere, and it is kind of shitty. And then when you come through, do you ever feel like it's almost like you're a person observing something at a zoo, and it feels. I mean, these are human beings,
right?
But I'll tell you this: I don't know about you. I've always found like poor countries and different places. I remember being in Tortola and stuff. People were happy. They were happy. It's like every day, majority of the time, the weather's nice. Things go. It's a little slower pace. It's relaxed. And no one seemed like in a rush or, you know what I mean? The angry stuff. Once in a while, you'd hear a horn beep because probably a goat wandered across the, you know what I mean?
I was just going to say, all of a sudden we're driving, there's a bunch of goats and sheep in the.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm the one that gets all crazy because I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I'm the guy that you drive with that goes, look, a horse.
Kevin.
So I'm like, lambs.
Kevin, push out the car.
I'm like, lambs. I go,
yeah,
goats.
Right, to see all this stuff. Well, we don't see it exactly here wander. Although I grew up in such a rural area that they had to bring us in from recess in like first or second grade because a cow from the dairy farm literally across the street wandered into the schoolyard. And they weren't sure what the cow was going to do. They were just sitting there eating.
Eat grass and take a big fat
Yeah,
pile.
it didn't matter. There was nothing. There was nothing. And that's the other thing. When I grew up in such a rural area, we used to take the cow pies, right? The cow shit that would dry and be that. And we would pick it up and fling it like a Frisbee at each other. And it would just hit someone's back and just scatter. And they'd have shit in their hair and all. We loved it. that was what it was. I just talked to somebody who was on a trip to St. John's. And they had a flight out of Rochester that was to get them to a connecting flight. They missed their connecting flight because it wasn't weather, because they wound up doing paperwork. The airline had paperwork that was delaying the flight.
Oh, to get into the country?
No. This was just from Rochester to a connecting flight in another city. So they sat. And the reason they didn't take off, the reason given was paperwork. So when they land at the connecting city, they have 5 minutes and they're running to their gate. And it's the last flight out to the Caribbean. And they wind up missing the flight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do they not hold that flight?
Knowing
a flight is coming in and it's there.
It's ridiculous. I'm with you. I go, man, that is so. I mean, I get business and trying to be on time, and on time records for airlines or early arrivals and all that stuff really counts. It's a big deal. But what about customer service? Well, what the fuck? I would think that you have to get some kind of compensation for that. Maybe they put them up for the night. I have no idea. But
I don't think they have to compensate you because the flight's not canceled. I think they only have to compensate you when it's canceled.
Right, but if they delayed it, it's their end that delayed it. That's my question.
But delay is delay. Cancel is cancel. That's the game they like to play.
I know it's okay. Well, I mean,
Mark had said he had bought 2 sets of tickets just in case one got canceled. Delay doesn't affect that at all.
No, but when I understand what you're saying. Like delay because of weather, right? So unforeseen act of God, we'll call it, or something like that. But delay because someone didn't do the paperwork to get the flight off the fucking ground, I would be so mad.
It makes no sense.
It makes no fucking sense.
I think you lie. You'd be like, listen, it's an issue with the plane. Who's going to care about that?
Right.
If you say paperwork, I'm going to be pissed.
I mean,
if you say there's an issue with the landing gear on the left-hand side, I'll sit here all day, get that shit fixed.
Yes.
I don't want to die.
No,
paperwork ain't going to kill me.
No, 100%. It's 100%. And that feels like someone didn't do their job.
It feels like somebody's stupid and didn't understand that you don't say paperwork.
Right.
That's just stupid.
I think I have heard.
That's like somebody on their first day. Oh, yeah, go out and tell them something.
No, but I think I have heard on a flight, and we weren't delayed like this to the point, but it was like, we're just waiting for the paperwork to show up.
Well, that's what because I sat.
So I wonder if that's what it was.
On my last trip, we went all out. So we sat we were in the first row, first class. And they will bring down, after everybody scans their ticket in, they'll bring out a printout of the manifest of everybody that's on that plane, and they hand it to. Oh. They hand it to.
So I wonder if there was maybe the printer fucked up. Could that be? I have no idea. They just said paperwork.
I forgot something really big.
There we go. I knew it. The fuck is wrong with you?
On the way home, I sat next to Derek Coleman. And I didn't know it was Derek Coleman until we got off the plane.
Stop it.
I'm just telling. What do you mean? Stop it. What do you mean? The guy's Derek Coleman. So a black guy that's Derek Coleman, and shows me that I see his luggage thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 black Derek Colemans. It could be just a totally different guy.
It could be.
Okay.
It could totally be different.
All right.
So you were afraid to say?
Oh, well,
are you the Derek Coleman?
We were.
Mark's afraid of black people.
Never It never came up. It never came up when we were
Ever
sitting
since the
there.
liquor
Did you?
store.
Where were you sitting?
Oh, I had great seats, man. I sit in the exit aisle.
Oh, I saw your picture. But was he sitting with you?
Yeah, he was. It was 3 seats, and we didn't have anybody in the middle. It was freaking great.
Yeah.
You got a guy who's 6'7" and you didn't give him that
This
end
is what
seat
I'm
with
saying.
the freaking leg room? You're a dick.
Well, he didn't want it.
Did you offer it?
Why would I offer it? I paid money for that seat.
Oh, they do charge you more now.
No, I thought that was one they usually
Yeah.
just kind of give away to
Now sometimes
responsible adults.
So what was
Just trying
Derek?
to figure out how
Where
Mark
was
got
he?
it.
Well, let's put it this way: if you're gonna crash, if there's a problem, you're gonna fucking die anyways. So it's like
Not necessarily. There are some people that would. Derek Coleman, I'd want him there to help people out because who posted on their seat, showing the seat, going, "Well, we know." Like I guess Matt said something like, "Enjoy the flight," and then I saw your comment back that goes, "Well, we all know if this goes down, I'm not going to be any help." Or I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly, but am I wrong? Did you put that up there?
I did.
So why wouldn't you let the guy who was a fucking
Derek Coleman's
He
out
said-
there
He
tossing.
played for Team USA.
He's out there throwing guys from the
He's sitting
three-point
next to
line.
me. He can freaking go over me and help. I mean, it's right there. There's enough room that he can go over and help.
So he was on the inside.
Yeah, I was actually,
Mark posted him down.
He was on the outside. I was on the inside.
Oh, so well, the outside's better, right?
Right,
Well,
he
he was by the aisle.
He was flirting with all the girls, and all the girls loved him, and so he loved where he was.
Yeah, but he's out by the aisle.
Right.
Well, that gives you a chance to put your leg out a little bit. Too.
Right.
I do that a lot.
He had room too.
Yeah,
He had a lot of room,
that
too.
gives me some stuff.
Especially with nobody being in the middle.
But you didn't ask, like you didn't realize the guy who's 6'7", and I get it now. He's
He
probably a
didn't
little
wanna-
paunchy. He's not
he
working
didn't
out.
want to. He had these 2 girls over in the other seats.
Yeah.
Who he was talking to. He had girls in front who he was talking to, and the freaking stewardess. He was talking to them too. He would have been miserable by the freaking exit.
No, I know he would have been miserable by the exit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't say anything to him. You didn't. It didn't.
I didn't know it was him until luggage.
All right. So why? Where were you flying to? Back to Rochester, or did you fly?
JFK.
Oh, okay. And then he didn't. He wasn't on the flight back up this way.
No.
All right. I wonder where he lives now because he was Team USA Syracuse. I don't. What was his NBA? Did he have an
Nets.
NBA?
He played for the Nets.
Oh, he
Played
did play
for
for
the
the
Nets. He played for. I just saw it.
God, the Nets are such a forgotten team for me. Even now, that
Nets,
they're in Brooklyn.
76ers, Hornets, and Pistons.
No, it's a pretty good. How many years?
90 to 15 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. I didn't realize that. Quiet career in the NBA. No?
Could have been a different Derek Coleman.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's true.
You know, a
All
6'7"
right,
guy.
thanks for disappointing us with your stories from Jamaica. I'm kidding you. I
So
think
he lives in New Jersey now. Or no,
Yeah.
I was in JFK for 6.5
moved to
hours.
Detroit. No, Detroit. It looks like he lives in Detroit. Sorry.
Oh, look at this. That's where kid from McQuaid, Isaiah Stewart, plays for the Detroit Pistons.
Is he the one that just said that? Is he the one from Rochester that said he doesn't fear anybody but God? I'm from Rochester.
No, that wasn't him. I saw that too. We got to play that because I forgot. Yes, I saw that. And it was like, you go deep in my hood. I go, and people are going, yeah, man, The Rock. I go, The Rock. Do you realize what he just did? The worst PR job for this city ever.
And it's probably Pittsburgh.
Yeah. All right, we will. We'll take a moment. Pranks. I used to like them.
You're the king. Oh, you're the king of pranks.
Well, I did. I guess I did prank like stuff, but we'll get into this because what happens when pranks go horribly wrong? We'll get to that.
You tell us.
We'll get to that right after this. I get disappointed in Mark sometimes because while we're sitting here, Kevin brought in Ridge Donuts, so we're all stuffing our face with donuts. And Mark goes, "Oh yeah, well," and you start talking more. Like you
Donuts
said,
make friends.
no, but, well, maybe I don't know if he needed a little bit of sugar to jog his memories or something. But you said 2 things that are like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, we have a 2-hour show, so
No, I know, but you said like, because here was my question. Like, at what point do you decide that you're too old kind of for this kind of shit? Like, everybody's going to go out at midnight. Do you go or do you stay? And sometimes when you're our age, you still get bad ideas on vacation. You know what I
Sure,
mean? You still make poor choices at times. I mean, I would. I definitely would.
I mean, good choices.
You were in bed like 10 o'clock
Yeah.
in the fucking islands, like in a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I would have been out like just sucking it in.
But I also was out at the pool at 8 a.m.
I know, but still, what were you doing that just knocked you out? You're just sitting there drinking and doing nothing.
Yeah, I can only drink so much.
Okay.
Not like you, where you can spend a whole freaking day at the bar.
But you don't have to go out. You can still go out and not have to drink.
But you get your that's when you get your hangover. You don't have hangovers, so you don't know what that's like.
I'm a man.
It sucks.
Yeah, hangovers do suck. I mean, they can really get quite bad. But you said also that have you ever been somewhere? Say it again.
Have you ever been somewhere in a group
that
someone doesn't like you and you don't know why, and they kind of like ruin the whole thing? Not ruin the whole thing, but you get paranoid. You know, I am.
I do know how you are.
What was her name?
I'm not saying her name.
Oh, so it was a woman.
Yeah.
And was she solo or was she with someone?
No, she was with somebody. She's with somebody who I'm friends with.
No, I guess no, well, not to my knowledge, and I guess I never cared enough if someone didn't like
you
me.
don't. Yeah, you're like you don't care.
Well,
and I don't care. It's funny because I don't care either, but because I was in a group, I cared.
Yeah.
Like if she didn't like now in the real world and she doesn't like me.
I'll admit this, that there would be some times where it may feel uncomfortable. Like, let's say everybody's hanging out by the pool. You kind of know this person doesn't like you. You both walk up to the bar at the same time to get a drink. And what do you do? And I would say, hey, how's it going?
I always
would
do that. But that's it.
I would offer, what are you drinking?
No, I always do. I tried all that.
And
just
she's like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I got it. All right, so then you got it.
All right.
And you go reverse on it.
What the
hell's your problem, bitch?
Did she miss out? Was there an opportunity at some point between you and her to have a romantic relationship?
I don't even know her.
So why do you think she doesn't like you? Maybe she's just shy.
No, because there's a bar involved.
Okay. Yeah.
There's all these people all these people. Most of the people come from a bar.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay,
and she doesn't like that bar.
No, she does. She works there. That's the problem.
Oh, I got it. So she doesn't like you because of that.
Someone probably told her something.
Were you a dick to her at some point? If she was like a bartender or something?
No, I didn't. I've only seen her twice, maybe there.
Yeah, when you're on a group trip and there's somebody who doesn't like you, I remember being on a group trip and being somewhat unaware and ignorant to the drama that was unfolding around me. So I think people left early. Like, I just was clueless.
Yeah.
Clueless. I was having a fucking...
Was it all inclusive or you just hammered at the pool all
No, it wasn't, but I just fucking loved it. It was warm. It was nice. I had boats and water and,
Occasionally you got laid. You were good.
Yeah. And so I did not even pay attention. And probably because that kind of shit, you can kind of sense it, I guess, at times. And I just sort of
let it go.
I just didn't want to be part of it.
Were you the cause of any of it?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. What did I do? I was the happy.
What did I do?
I was the happy guy. I was like, hey, but no, I never. I thought it, now that you say that, I'm just thinking this, and it was uncomfortable when I realized, but at the same time, I'm like, I didn't.
Did you realize it, or would somebody tell you that it was?
No, I think some drama unfolded at a dinner.
Your wife was like, "Hey, this shit's going down."
No,
way to be.
Yeah, there was somebody at a dinner, I think, said we've decided that we're leaving early or whatever, and then there was this hush, and I think I went, go, 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 go.
I'll drink his share.
You know that Calgon Guinness, take me away. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I hung out with my two friends, a couple, and their kids. That was the most fun I had.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
I mean, I don't know.
Did you get stuck babysitting at all?
No. No, there was older kids there that helped out.
Let's go back to when like everybody was a teenager. Did you ever do dumb stuff as a teenager? Like dumb stuff.
He
Like
did dumb stuff last week. So did I.
well, I guess.
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm just thinking because there's a story that I want to get into when dumb teenage stuff meets real world consequences. This is like the most outrageous story. I think that the ripple effects of this could really, really detonate 5 to 10 families. For real. Like what happened. And it's one of these things that when you think about it, there's a line between a prank and a crime. And I don't know, because your son is closer to being a senior. Do they do senior pranks at Aquinas?
I don't know if they still do.
Oh,
I
I know.
we did.
Are you talking about the college prank?
No, this is a high school prank.
Okay, there's a college one that
What was the college one?
the cops ended up going there and they were like tied up in in the basement. And the cops go there and nobody would say who the leader of the fraternity was. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. So this was a hazing?
Hazing, yeah.
And who called 911?
I don't know.
Oof.
They didn't know. They didn't say.
Okay.
So high school. What's a high school? What do they do in high school?
Well, there's a point where like a prank stops being funny, and that's when something bad happens, right? Because I loved little pranks,
Like when you put a picture of a girl in the principal's office and it says "moo" because you're a dick.
When was that?
Last week.
There was a time I was in high school. There was a young woman. She was referred to as first name, middle name Cow, last name. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So think it's like
Bill Moo Moran.
Yeah. So like, no, Bill Calmoran.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Bill Calmoran. So a guy who was a grade ahead of me was taking a photography class. So you got to realize this is like 1988. And the Photoshop did not exist. So he superimposed her face over a cow's face on a cow body. And then
that's not a prank. That's just fucking being an asshole.
And then somebody hung it in the main office window and it said, like her name was Laura Cow Shitmeat. And Moo. Yeah.
Was she fat?
You know what? I got to tell you, probably not. Probably not. She was the taller, I guess you could say, bigger girl in a group of very pretty girls that hung out. She had two friends that like people thought were great. They wore a ton of makeup. They were pretty little girls. They were just girls. But in your mind, they were older. They were like a year ahead of me. They were the group I wanted to hang out with. So I did, but I got into that group by being a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's how it happened. But you're right. Because the fart powder with my dad, I always found that very funny, but I was disappointed I didn't get to see it. And it wasn't great for him. And I think too, like teenage brains are wired for risk and stupidity. They just are. And so I always worry. That's why I used to say a lot and people go, that makes no sense. But young men in cars scare me. They do. Because I think that you're more ready to take a risk. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Some.
Yeah, I mean some.
Not all.
Right, but I used to
I've
love.
got one responsible driver and one less than responsible driver.
So that's my thing. Is like I get worried because now my son is turning 16 this week, and I'm sure the next thing is going to be the push for the car stuff, and I do worry because I go young men in car. I know what I did. We were out trying to do 100 miles an hour on the flats before school in my friend's 98 Bomber. It was an Oldsmobile 98. And we would just get that motherfucker up. It would take a while, but man, we got it up to 100 or we'd be flying down these roads, these rural fucking roads. And I go, that is the dumbest shit in the world. I raced a girl. She got on an expressway, basically the Conic Parkway, and I took the back roads. I was in her driveway leaning against my car before she pulled in. And I was fucking flying. And when I go back there now, Mark, it looks like cart paths. So that's why I just say risk. Because I think everybody as a teenager, when you're thinking back, you go, that could have gone horribly wrong. right? And
Right.
I don't know what it was, but like car surfing. I used to stand on the roofs of cars as my friends drove. That could go horribly wrong. You could be dead.
Stephanie did that in a video.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't. We were going slow. We were going, but still, all you need is you hit your head after falling off at 15 miles an hour, and you could be fucked up for life. This one is really, really just an innocent, I think I will say more of an innocent prank. I'm going to give you the news clip from it, and then we can go into kind of the details of it. But this is the news clip from a high school in the South where they were trying to play a prank on a popular teacher and coach.
Went to TP Jason Hughes' home, who's a teacher at North Hall High School. They say Hughes came out of his home to try to stop them, and that's when the group got into two cars to leave. They say Wallace was driving a pickup truck when Hughes tripped and fell into the road, and then Wallace ran over him. Wallace and the other teens tried to help Hughes, but he died at the hospital shortly after. Wallace is now being charged with vehicular homicide and reckless driving, as well as littering and criminal trespass. The other four are also charged with littering and criminal trespass.
Okay. Oh my fucking God. You're the guy that took out the popular teacher senior year. You're facing 15 years in prison for vehicular homicide, and all you were going to do was TP his house.
Why do you want TP? Isn't it usually the asshole teacher? Why would
Maybe he's the asshole teacher. I don't know. They kept saying popular. Of course, they're going to say popular teacher in the news.
That's true. No,
I only pulled.
He was an asshole.
Really?
Absolutely. You're not TPing.
I don't know. There was like 6 kids, 5 kids, whatever, 2 cars. They go up. He comes out. He trips in the road. This kid's trying to run away. They're all probably laughing and giggling. And all of a sudden you hear thump, 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 thump. And you're like, oh my God. And then you get out of the car. You're trying to help him. You don't leave the scene. That is I've never heard of that happening. Ever.
No.
Where all of a sudden the teacher's dead. I go, you've got a school, his family with little kids, everybody, the ripple effects it's not about like TP in a house and a prank. It's about these 5 fucking families that now are devastated.
Right.
I go, what the fuck? And I go, one moment of stupidity detonated their lives forever. Because I think, because I'm going, imagine being 18 and the worst moment of your life is something you can never, ever, ever undo.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
You will forever. I want to see what they put in the yearbook for this guy. You know,
But hey, he's out by the 20th reunion.
They probably don't put him in. They probably don't put him in the yearbook.
they have to, don't you? And how does he graduate? What the fuck? I can't imagine if this were my kid. Because it's not something you
no way he's taking his diploma and walking the fucking stage. Come on.
You can. It's going to be in shackles, but you can.
Right, but who watches out for this kid that he doesn't unalive himself? He's posting Bible verses, they said, on social media saying God will raise you from the dead, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like he's,
Is this in the South, though?
It's in Georgia.
Because they all speak Bible down there.
No, I know, but still. But
Praise the Lord.
I just, to me, therapy should be mandatory and free for this kid.
I'm sure he has tons of therapy in jail.
That's
anal therapy,
the fucked up part.
For that.
You go
therapy.
They do in jail?
Finger therapy.
I would think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Let's ask Morgan Schwinn. She would know. She does that.
Yeah. But that's
she's not talented enough to do that
kind
of therapy.
She's very talented.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this, man. You backpedaled so bad. But that would be something she would know because she does that.
Right.
Well, I'm like, holy crap. Because at what point do parents have to start worrying about the stupid things teenagers do at night? And I think as soon as they fucking leave the house. Right? Do you worry?
I did about my oldest. My middle one, not as much. I don't know why. He's not as, or he's just better hiding it.
Yeah.
I think it's more because I've known more of his friends longer,
Tyler,
than I knew a lot of Sam's friends.
Well, here's the thing for me. It's like I'm really bad now that I think about it. Like my youngest son and my middle son. So one's 24, One's turning 16. He got him a gift to go record one of his rap songs at like a studio. So I get a text last night. It's a little before 11 o'clock. Hey, I just realized it's getting kind of late. Well, do you want me to head back with Jameson? Because we're just here. He's working, but no big deal. So their mom's in town, and their mom is staying at my place, and she's on the couch. Go ahead. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you.
You didn't even give the mom the bed, you dick.
I don't think she would take it.
That's the most.
But you still offer it.
Most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
What are you talking about? The most fucked up
That
thing?
is the most fucked up.
Why is that fucked up?
Why isn't she just staying in a hotel?
Because it was just a quick trip. She was coming up for the birthday.
Well, they have hotels for quick trips.
No, I understand. I was trying to be helpful and economical. I don't know. I was asked. I said yes. So that's what we're doing. No, that's not.
Absolutely.
And it's not even close. And stop.
There's no other reason why you would do it.
Oh, the boys are gone for the night. Let's crack open a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Turn out the light.
All right. This is where I get in trouble. So here's the thing. I'm the one texting because I'm in my bedroom by myself on the bed. I was studying. So I get a text from my middle son saying, hey, should we head back? And I said, don't forget, you lose an hour because the clocks spring forward and it is kind of late. You probably should. So this morning I get up and their mom says, I go, what time they get in? Now, but here's how worried I was. You now can't really put your phone on airplane mode unless you really work at it because they keep the Wi-Fi on because planes have Wi-Fi now. So if you have calling over your Wi-Fi and it's still connected to your Wi-Fi wherever you are, everything comes through. So I went in and did a deep thing where now I just hit a button and it's like, severe. I don't know what I call it, like ultimate sleep mode or something. And I turned it off so nothing gets through. So I went to bed. I hit my phone and I never woke up this morning till like 8:30.
I have that mode too. It's called turn the power off.
Turn the power
Just
off.
shut the phone off.
Oh, yeah. So I do that. But I keep it on because I use this as my alarm.
Yeah.
But nothing else gets through. So I go, I'm terrible because something horrible could happen.
You trust your middle son.
I was trusting him. Yeah.
That's you trust him.
Yeah. I don't
James, if he was up by himself, then it would be a different story.
Yeah, if he was at a buddy's house or something,
I'd be at Mulcahyre's.
No. Well, I've done that. I have done that. Yeah. I don't know. I just because I go, man, this just seems like part of growing up, and it went horribly fucking wrong. Like every teenager did something dumb. Maybe played a prank on a teacher because he knew where he lived. Maybe you liked him. Maybe you didn't like him. You're TP in his house. It's a fairly innocent thing. Now you got a littering fucking charge. Oh, and by the way, your best friend's going to jail for homicide, vehicular homicide.
Oh, they got a littering charge too?
Because they got a littering charge. All the kids got trespassing and littering.
Okay, you enjoy your slap on the wrist while your other friend is
your other friend's
in the ass in prison.
It's your other friend's going away. And I go, this is fucking horrible. Like, what do you do? There's got to be, can someone petition? Like, hey, what if the wife came out and goes, I don't want to press charges?
I don't think that works anymore. I think the state just says we're doing it with or without you. I could be wrong on that. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
I did not say the Holiday Inn Express last night, as did your wife not either.
Wow. I try to be chivalrous, gentlemen. I try to be accommodating to people who are still in my life. No matter what, I'm always connected. I have 3 guys that, and I always say to like my youngest son, we're just a different style of family. We can all be together. We're just a different style of family. That's all. All right.
I can't knock that.
No, because you're trying to raise people who are good people and don't feel disconnected from anything, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's been a lot of stuff that disconnected. But, Mark, here I am. I'm struggling. I'm going to grad school, and someday somebody yelled at me. I don't know if you guys were here when I wasn't. I talked about GLP-1s and how I'm kind of up and down on them overall, depending on the person. If you're, severe. if it can help you, I just worry that it's not a full lifestyle change. Some lady got very upset with me, and that led into an addiction talk. And I said something about how I'm not really sure that addiction is a disease. I think it becomes like a disease, like your body craves it and needs it, but the underlying cause that was making you escape whatever traumas in your nervous system, whatever horrible things may have happened that you're avoiding, or just avoiding anything, is the underlying cause. If you don't fix that, that's why you see a lot of people back in rehab. And that's just my opinion. I have no data to say this is right. This lady's like, and you're practicing to be a therapist? I can't believe you. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't say this to somebody who came in and was strung out on something, but hey, let's talk about it. That's it. I'm trying, Mark. I'm trying.
You're doing good, pal.
All right, we'll take a moment. I want to. New York State is about to do something. There's a headline that would not have existed 10 years ago. Would not have existed 10 years ago. We'll get to that right after this.
You need to go on the bath.
What concerts have you locked up for the summer? Any?
None.
Really?
I want to do Twisted Sister, though.
Shut up. Wait. Who told me? Sebastian Bach
Yep.
is in Twisted Sister now.
Yes.
Look what's on the camera. No, up top
Fly?
here. Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, I've been watching it fly around all.
Where the fuck did it come from?
I'm guessing larva.
I like to Mark. I go with you. Oh, no flies in here. I'm kidding.
One fly sitting on the
Why
camera,
Twisted
bro.
Sister? And where's Twisted Sister playing?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for the dates.
Oh, they are, but they announced a tour.
Yeah, they are touring with Sebastian Bach.
I want to interview Sebastian Bach so badly.
He's such a prick.
Well, I told you the story.
We've heard this story. You wanted to fight him.
No. He came down and he was being a dick. So they started this syndicated satellite radio show called Z-Rock. And so Z-Rock was coming at WPDH in Poughkeepsie. And there was a club where one of the morning show producer was also a DJ. So he was literally like mixing tunes and shit. And Sebastian Bach and the owner of that station came in. And they came down and he started yelling and they had the Z-Rock girls dancing around and he's going, we're going to kick your ass, blah, blah, blah. And something happened where he was like, got into a little bit of a physical altercation. So I stepped in. I was ready to go. And we wound up shoving each other. And then the owner grabbed him by the arm and hustled him up the stairs and out they went. And I don't know why. Think about it this way. Hang on. Think about it this way. You were Mark the Soldier. You went and fucked with every Stern thing that went on behalf of Brother Weeze, who was a legendary morning show in our town. And you would get probably, just like I was in that moment, you got fired up, like ready. And I was ready. I was about to get in a fight with Sebastian Bach. Lanky guy. So I was trying to figure out how could I move?
Tall, right?
Tall, lanky, tall, but like long arms and stuff. Also long hair, which I was thinking was going to be to my advantage.
Right.
Because if I could get him to swing his head a little bit and the hair got in his eyes, pop, pop, pop.
He's a big enough asshole that Skid Row doesn't want him back.
Well, I thought there were two versions of Skid Row now. There's the Skid Row with the original guy and the guy who founded it.
Yeah.
And then he was going out doing Skid Row songs. And I don't know if you can look, could you do Foreigner without Lou Gramm? They proved you could. I was at one of those shows. I was disappointed and surprised that only because I know Lou and it meant more to me that Lou would be up there singing those songs. But it, for whatever reasons, they didn't have that. With Sebastian, I always felt like it was the voice that brought some of those songs because they were a band before him. But it was when he got there, I felt like is when they popped. He had a unique sound.
He does, and he's going to fit great. He'll fit great with Twisted Sister.
Is he going to be singing?
What else would he be doing? Managing?
No, I thought maybe playing guitar or something. Because
D's retired.
D's out?
Yeah,
D's
he
out.
retired.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sebastian Bach was handpicked.
D had a radio show for a while.
Yeah.
It was like D's from they would run it at night. Like Alice Cooper too had one. Huh.
Bands from the 80s and 90s are getting completely screwed up right now because everybody's fighting with everybody. Like the band Live.
Yeah.
The original members of that band are now suing the lead singer, saying they have a cease and desist. He can't use the name Live from his band.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Van Halen's are going at it again.
With who?
Well, and apparently there's a whole ton of unfinished, unreleased music
Yeah.
that needs a singer. And Sammy's like, I'll do it. But I guess Sammy and Alex still don't get along, and Alex and Dave don't get along. So they were talking about bringing in, God, who was it?
Yeah.
Gary Sharon again?
No, it was somebody it was Paul Rogers, was it maybe?
Oh, Paul Rogers from Free. Paul Rogers to me always, look, I know he was in a super group. It was Bad Company, like the first super group. He's really talented. He sang with Queen for a while. He was fronting Queen for a bit. The guy's got an incredible voice, but it just doesn't, it's just sort of generic to me. I need like a Sammy in there. Don't you, or no?
No, Paul Rogers is probably one of the best singers in rock.
It's like, but yes,
People
everybody
say
says
Sammy's
that.
one of the top
Yes.
of all time, too.
Yes, he
absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Underrated.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, all these bands, like you got Skid Row. Are they gonna do any Skid Row stuff
yeah.
too?
Yeah.
So he's gonna do Twisted and Skid?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, let's put it this way.
It's like two concerts for the price of one, baby.
Skid Row doesn't want Sebastian back because he's been trying to go back. They don't want him. All of a sudden now he's in Twisted Sister. It's kind of a fuck you to Skid Row.
Yeah, sure it is. And probably makes it a bigger appeal for people who remember that because Twisted Sister, you're like, man, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the fucked up part. I'm in my kid's car, 24 years old, playing me his playlist. Twisted Sister comes on. I Want to Rock or what was the song?
I Want to Rock.
No, not that.
We're not going to take it.
We're not going to take it. Thank you. I couldn't remember because I started thinking of the Beastie Boys, the party thing. Yeah. And I go, you like this? He's like, yeah, love it. I know that's so weird to me
because they made when they're out in the 80s, when we were in school, we were.
Yeah, but we're talking 40 years ago, right?
Parent advisory on these albums.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Don't forget, D went up against
he did.
Alan Tepper-Gore.
Yeah.
And
in Congress. You can find video of that on YouTube and stuff.
He's so educated. He is so educated. I mean, he presented himself really well.
Yeah.
Except
he's brilliant too. Alice Cooper's really, really smart too.
Yeah, but D is a really interesting guy. Like he's very bright.
And we had him on Weeze's show, and I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I've never met him. I've never talked to him. I just I've seen he had a reality show for a minute. D. Snyder.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, well, everybody did, I guess. For a
but
second.
it's just weird to see all these actors and musicians from like the 80s, like Danica McKellar. She's like a mathematician.
Yeah.
The girl from Blossom and the Big Bang. She's a doctor of
she's a PhD.
Neuroscience of some sort. You got D. Snyder. You got, the guy from The Offspring who's a PhD in like astrophysics.
Yeah, I thought he was biomedical. Yeah, but something. Yep, he does have a PhD. That's not easy to get.
You just don't think of these musicians or these actors as
intelligent
that person.
Yeah, no, you don't. Like
you've hit doing this.
Why
are you doing all this math stuff too?
Now, Matthew McConaughey has kind of redone his image. Like he's considered like smart, maybe run for at least governor of Texas or maybe some political thing. He seems to come off pretty well and things, but he played so many just dude characters that I can't see him as like a really intelligent guy. But also, so is Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's considered really, really intelligent and is very open about his marijuana use, like the amount of it. So I clearly I'm wrong. Yeah, I know, but when your whole slow phrase,
So you're doing your state of the state, and you finish up. All right.
No,
Let's
but it's
talk about Texas.
all right. You know, it's like if that's your catchphrase, I just don't put intelligence with that. I go, yeah, I want to fucking hang with you, but not. That's the thing. I don't get it. And these fighting things, like the Black Crowes did this, right? And then they finally go, fuck it, we're going to make no money. So they got back together. I don't know why these bands just go, we're going to make some money, so let's go do it.
Put them in separate.
Unless they have enough money.
That's the main event for WrestleMania this year. You get the Black Crowes versus Oasis versus Sammy and Dave. It's a death match. And they all whoever comes out on top sings the new Van Halen album.
That's pretty funny. Well, so when they come, that's your show.
I think they'll be on enough coming in to New Jersey because that's where they're from.
Yeah, but you're going to go down to the
Sure.
where are they going to play? Not the Meadowlands.
No,
They're not
they'll
gonna sell
probably
that
play.
out.
No, they'll probably play like a war memorial that's down there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they played Darien Lake.
Maybe.
You know,
I don't know if they're doing that big of a tour though.
because I have Teddy Swims tickets. I'm going to that.
I got nothing. I don't nothing.
then-
I got to buy mine if I'm going to go. I'm thinking about going down to Charlotte to spend a weekend with my friend and see Sting.
Oh, that's
He's playing. It's like the closest he's getting here, other than New York City.
What's he just doing? Like a
He's doing a huge tour, but it's not coming anywhere near here.
I like Sting.
that too.
There was going to be a super group that was talked about, never happened, and it was going to be Billy Joel and Sting. They're apparently very good friends. John Mayer, and I don't know who the fourth person was going to be. There was a fourth person, and I had never
Joe
really.
Picato.
A Morgan Schwinn.
I'm working to it. I don't know. We have reached a historic moment in American progress and in the state of New York. New York is officially running out of marijuana.
Go to Jamaica.
Can you believe this? This is a headline today. And 10 years ago, people were going to jail for it. And now it's become, when I said like Jamaican economy, it's kind of our economy. The government is worried about keeping the shelves stocked.
How are we running out? Do these people just not know how to grow it?
I don't know. This is an article out of the New York Post that I saw, and I'm like, holy crap. You know, because it's a whole cultural flip. Like somebody was saying to me once, like, you know, you think of all the things that have happened in your lifetime that are just amazing things when you step back. Technology coming along, right? You used to watch the Jetsons talk to each other over screens. Now we can talk to each other over screens, and it's not just it's not just on your iPhone. You could use anything. You could do it on Instagram. You could do it on Facebook. You could do anything. You can have this conversation with anybody in the world and see them. You'll see people. My favorite is if you're going to, happens more in this store than others. I haven't seen it in others. Walmart. Somebody's talking to their screen and showing somebody, is this the thing you wanted me to get? And they're showing it. Like, you didn't have that.
I do that all the time, but it's more just a picture. I'll send a picture.
Right. But this person was on the fucking phone with the person going, is this what you're talking about?
Mostly because my wife won't answer her phone. She's never more than 3 feet from it, else I'm calling.
I say that all the time. I go, you always have the fucking phone in your hand to whomever it is, especially if it's my kid. I know it's right there. Answer the goddamn thing. Just give me 5 seconds. Oh, I'm better at texting. Okay. But I think that one of the biggest things I ever saw in my life was the legalization of marijuana in New York State. They came in my fourth grade class. They burned it. They fucking burned weed. Imagine doing that now. They burned it and go, if you ever smell this smell, come find an adult. That's what they said.
That's fucked up.
How would that go over today in your school?
Oh my God.
That wouldn't go.
Other than the teachers coming in smelling like
Fourth grade, Mark. Fourth grade. I'll never forget it. Mr. Brannigan. And Mr. Brannigan was probably a stoner, but he was the drug guy. And he came in. They had one of those, like a screen, like a sieve that you would pour something through to catch like the debris. Put it in there, burned it, and I'm sure there was ash and shit falling out. I don't know if they had anything under the catch. And he goes, if you ever smell anything, if you smell this, and then it was everybody smelling it. Like, you know, can you get secondary?
I hate the smell of it. I do. I hate it.
Oh, I don't hate the smell of it. I don't hate the smell of it. But we went from criminalizing it to commercializing it.
Right.
That's the thing that's so fucked up in my lifetime. To me, I go, that's one of the biggest changes I've ever seen. And people are like, come on, man. All the social media and technology changes and the fact that you can AI, all these things are just, like, I go, yeah, but they were supposed to happen.
Right.
Yeah, but 40 years ago was the war on drugs. Nancy Reagan.
Oh, no shit.
This is your
No
fucking brain
shit.
on drugs.
You
Any
got
questions?
it. The eggs. Or how about this one? Everybody in this room remembers this one. Where did you learn to do this?
I learned from watching you.
That's it. There it is. The kid, like, he opens up his pencil box and he's got weed in there. It has to be a multi-billion-dollar economy. And if this doesn't prove to you that the government cares about really one fucking thing, and that's money, I don't know what else will. It really is. It just comes down to what's going to make us the most amount of money.
And it just surprised me the states that don't allow it. They're just letting the tax money walk away.
Yeah. And I don't even know if it'll ever be legalized federally. I'm not sure. And you are. But look, there are people who think that we've gone too far, like with the legalization, because it does make you wonder, like, who is driving under the influence of marijuana that I can't see or smell because they took a gummy or they took some kind of, I saw, I got fed another ad on social media as I'm sitting on the toilet last night, flipping through, and now there's mints that are microdosing. So they're like, yeah, if you're tired of waiting for a gummy, not knowing when it's going to kick in, these kick in faster because they dissolve in your mouth and get right into your bloodstream. Well, maybe not your bloodstream, but into your system is what they said. And you get, and let the laughs begin. If you're hanging out with friends, pass these around. They're the most popular thing. Everybody gets a little fun, has a little fun, a little chill. And anybody who does use marijuana always goes, there's not a hangover the next day. There's no hangover.
Yeah.
And if it's just this slight little high, it would be probably the equivalent of having a beer. And I have no idea. But that's what's being pitched.
But when did cars like officially not officially start? But when did cars become a big thing? Was it the 40s, the 30s?
I will say,
like, were there more? There was more and more of them.
I would say the early 50s.
Okay, so 50s.
I think the 50s they became popular, and they became popular to the point where they're collector's items now.
When did it really become an issue with the police and like DWI checkpoint stuff? Is that like
early 80s? Early 80s.
So you got 30 years there.
Yeah, I know.
So weed's now legal. They'll get to it. I mean, they'll figure it out. I mean, it's not like.
Go ahead.
He's right. My father used to drive us to Cub Scouts drinking a beer.
Yeah. No shit.
He was trash.
Yeah, right. But here's the thing. Like, I told these guys one day, I think you might have been here. I'm at a traffic light. It's 5:00. Now, most of my life, my adult life, was spent on radio working odd shifts. I was either doing drive time in the morning or drive time in the afternoon. That's where they had put me. So I wasn't on the road during peak times. So I never saw traffic and stuff. So when I go out at like 5:00, I'm looking around, to see who's doing what. Are they listening to the radio? Are they listening to something else? Especially inside, I look in my fucking rearview mirror, guy in a suit cracks open a fucking beer and starts drinking. And at first I'm like, oh my God, what's this guy going to do behind the wheel? And then I thought, this guy is no worse off than anybody else if this is his first beer. He's a fucking idiot because you can't have an open container. But I'm like, chances of that guy getting caught, I guarantee it happens so much. And there used to be wraps you could put around a can that said, instead of Pepsi, but it was exactly like the Pepsi logo, and it said Pepsi. And I remember Mountain Pew, all these things.
Spike.
So from a distance, you can't see, and it looks exactly like the can. And if you're drinking, that was it. And people kept drinking and driving.
They sell those on Amazon. One of the hockey dads. He brings them into the rink.
They still do?
Oh yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
I didn't know they did that. I don't know. But the thing that so somebody else who comes on the podcast is like, I'm disgusted by the amount of smell I smell of weed. Like, it's everywhere, right? And I would think that it's everywhere in certain pockets of society, like where it's just more accepted, and some places just don't do it.
Yeah.
But you do wonder about like secondhand smoke or people getting high, or, like when somebody really reeks, like, I feel like I can get high off that. I don't know if I can, Well, if they really reek, they're not smoking in front of me, but it just reeks, dude. And you can just smell. It's like a fucking cloud comes with this person. You think you can get high off that?
Oh, sure.
I think you can too.
We got to get these. They got Coca-Cola, Spite, Popsy, Mountain Pew, and the one we're going to get for Mark, Dr. Peeper.
Oh. Now, hang on a second. Here's the question. When we go to concerts and stuff, a lot of times you're allowed to bring in some things. You can't bring in glass bottles, but I think you can bring, Yeah,
you can get beer into concerts. Aluminum doesn't set off a detector. Doesn't set off the metal detector.
Right, but they would get upset if they saw you. So you put this wrap on it, and who's going to know?
Who's going to?
Well, because they're trying to also make money off the.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So I can you bring things in?
No.
I haven't been to
water.
a concert.
I think the only thing you can bring in is water.
I think so too. Can't bring beer in. You have to pay for the 19.
Well, that's what I mean.
You can bring beer in. You just got to do it the right way.
$19 beer specials.
Oh yeah, you need that 3.5% financing before you go up there. I don't know, because I remember as a kid taking a trip to New York City with my class. We're in Times Square. This is just before they cleaned up Times Square, because I remember wanting to get a deck of cards, and the deck of cards had people having sex in different positions on the cards, because I thought it was really funny and cool. I was like I think we were 5th or 6th grade. 2 guys smoking a joint, leaning up against a building. One has their foot up against the building, passes to another. Cops walk right by and do nothing. And I remember thinking, it's not that big a deal.
Right.
And they're not bugging anybody.
Well, in New York City, it's not that big a deal. But it was highly illegal at that time. People were getting arrested, going to jail for that shit. And these guys are in New York City just fucking smoking. I don't know. I do wonder, like, public etiquette in terms of you can't smoke certain places, but you go to a concert, I expect to smell it. I want to smell it.
You go to a fucking Walmart parking lot, it smells like a Willie Nelson concert.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that is true.
Right down 490, you can smell it coming out of other cars.
Okay, so that's the part that does make
you don't
me
smell it at Target, though.
That makes me a little bit nervous. Like that people are driving. Like, I always wonder. I have said, have you ever looked around and just wondered who is under the influence of what right now at this traffic light? Like prescription drugs, whatever. Who's under the influence of what? Who's on what right now? That could potentially fuck up. And
it's funny. I worked a factory job a bunch of years ago, and the young kids would go on break and they'd go to their car and smoke weed. I said to one of the kids, he goes, well, it's legal now. I go, that's like me going out and opening up a beer on break.
Right.
You know, the kids weren't understanding. They were thinking they could smoke it like a cigarette.
Well, okay. So to your point, like, could you take a hit? And would that, I don't know the equivalent, but like the guy I said who was driving and drinking the beer, I think he's less harmful than the guy leaving happy hour. Because guy leaving happy hour, it's in his system now. It's right. Because a lot of people say if you have a third beer, leave immediately. Especially if the police are out, because if you blow, it's only going to register really the first 2, because the other one's just not in your system yet, and it's going to take a little bit. That's why a lot of times you'll hear people go, "I blew this on the side of the road, and then when I got to the station, I blew even higher." How could that possibly be? Well, possibly be because it got in your system and you only had just stopped drinking, 10 minutes before. That's why it be, dummy. I don't know. Well, I do worry about this stuff. I'm not kidding. Like, you go to Jamaica and they smell it, and that seems fine to me. I don't care.
Right.
I'm hanging at a resort. That's wonderful. But if I'm riding around, I'm not really sure. All right, we will. By the way, maybe this is the future economy, because if they're running out, they're going to be paying higher prices for weed, and people want it, and it's become like the new alcohol for a lot of people.
Yep. Is it really? I mean, this is something we should probably call our friend Ryan on and find out if this is really a thing.
What do you mean?
If they're running out of weed, how do you run? You can't.
Yeah, I think that's just a bullshit story.
I don't know, because you're even right. And if you see this headline, if you're a guy who did time in 1998 for selling weed to somebody, and you see this, you got to be fucking kidding me. And that's why, like, New York State tried to do this mea culpa, where if you had a family member who did time for weed, they would give you the license first to become a dispensary or something. All right. It's ridiculous. It was the most stupid. It's almost like embarrassing and shitty. It's like a shitty way because you lost that person for whatever amount of time. You're never going to get that back. If that was your dad, your brother, or your mom or whoever, that's fucked up.
I think it's irresponsible for the New York Post to be posting this kind of stuff. You're not running out of weed.
You don't think
You're
so?
not running out of weed. Come on.
They're running out of stories. That's why
they have the weed from here is not just grown here.
No, I understand.
Constellation had bought an entire farm, a multi-million-dollar farm in Canada before the whole thing, and then they ended up selling it before it went legal.
All right, I just put it.
They had a whole bunch of stuff, and there's weeds everywhere.
All right, Rockland County Business Journal, breaking news: dispensary openings, legal wrangling, enforcement of cannabis. Okay, New York now has 500 cannabis dispensaries. Says a headline. What you need to know about the only one that has that story is New York ramps up pot production to snuff out potential massive weed shortage. That's what they're saying.
No, what they're running out of is the legalized New York State. We can tax it weed. My weed guy over here, he's still gonna have the stuff.
Oh, look at this. It's smart. That is intelligent right there. State cannabis regulators are moving to ramp up the weed production after warning that New York could face a massive shortage of marijuana in light of the booming retail cannabis market.
I've never grown it myself, but I can't imagine it takes more than a couple of months.
I'm going to reach out to Ryan.
Yeah,
and we find out.
I mean, how long does it take to grow a plant?
I don't know.
A summer maybe.
Miracle Grow.
I'm sure you get a good chunk of weed out of a plant.
An analyst released Thursday by the Office of Cannabis Management.
Yeah, exactly.
Claims, Kevin.
Yep. We're not going to get our tax dollars.
That without action, the shortage of flowered marijuana could reach 365,000 pounds over the next year. So we're talking about. So they're trying to project ahead. Is what they're saying.
What they're saying,
more dispensaries opening.
What they're saying is we need to find another farm that's going to give us what we want at what we wanted at. That's bullshit.
Citing the gap between supply and demand, acting executive director John Kagia said the state could issue licenses for 100 additional pot growers this year while allowing dozens of existing cultivators to grow more. It's a turnaround from 3 years ago when New York State weed farmers fumed over the snail's pace rollout of legal cannabis shops in the Empire State. So, I mean,
we're a month and change from 420. This is the same story would have been last month. Oh, Guinness is running out of Guinness for St. Patrick's Day. This is bullshit.
I agree.
Okay. All right.
There's going to be no Guinness and Jameson. Sure. No Guinness and Jameson for St. Patrick's Day this year.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Right.
That'll never fucking happen. Right. I even got my shirt coming. I hope it comes in time.
The G?
No, not the Split the G. I did not get the Split the G shirt. I got the Hello Darkness, my old friend, with a glass of Guinness.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked it. Hello Darkness, my old friend. Yeah, I thought that was great. All right. Well, Kevin says bullshit on that story. Mark says bullshit on that story. I say stand by. We need an expert. I wonder. I do wonder.
I will bet you it's all about dollars.
Of course it is.
Going to make more dollars.
Well, I said that earlier. It shows you what the government's really about.
We're short on weed. Now the price of weed is $10 an ounce versus $5 an ounce.
I got a guy we can talk to.
Who?
A guy I went to school with. He owns
a scale and
no, he owns a bunch of dispensaries and he skis all the time.
Yes.
What is his name?
Brian Lane.
Yeah.
Yep. He's one of my childhood buddies.
Brian Lane?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
he's a grower.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a bunch of farms.
Yeah.
I know somebody who knows him. I don't know him at all.
Not a shower.
No, he's a grower, buddy. Just like me. Us growers stay together. All right, we'll take a moment. We got a game. We'll wrap it up on a game.
All right.
With the famous Mark who crushed me. We'll get to that right after this.